Going on, guys? So this is Driggy. Originally my name was Dr. Iggy. As I was playing online with a lot of people, talked to them over the microphone. They kept calling me Driggy because they couldn't put the two and two together, as all of it was written together. So that's how my name originated. So now I'm just called Driggy, and that's the way it is. My character's name is OPS, as you can see. Um, I've been playing World of Warcraft since vanilla, or pre-BC, what a lot of people like to call it. And I stopped after Wrath of the Lich King was over and Mr. Pandaria started. And I haven't played Mr. Pandaria, and I haven't played Warlords of Draenor, but I was back for the beginning of Legion. And I can tell you a lot of stuff has changed, obviously. And but the whole point of this video right here is just to actually talk about a specific class, which is Paladin, and then also talk about something that everybody else can watch and listen to, which is general movements of your character and stuff. What I've noticed is a lot of people like to provide information uh, about your character when you go search and stuff like that, which is great. I mean, it's nice to have information. However, I do find that a lot of people, 99% of cases, when I'm watching a video, I'm not really providing information that I really want to know. A lot of people will do this. They'll open up this stuff and they'll go into talents. And they'll start reading every single thing and then telling you what you should choose. And the thing is, some of these are obvious. I mean, what you should choose. Obviously, like Zeal is better than like these two options, in my opinion, right? But it is still your opinion. And it depends on your play style. So it doesn't matter which character we're talking about here, specifically about Paladin, but in any character. I mean, you can spend points into the stuff that you feel comfortable with. I mean, if you play a certain way, you use the spells that people tell you to use, or certain talents you use, that people tell you to use, you're not going to do as well. If you have a certain way that you play, you should spend your talents accordingly and adjust them to your play style. So instead of talking about these talents, instead of talking about honor talents, instead of, opening the artifact menu and then reading everything to you. I mean, I can sit here and read every single thing. So can you. You will be able to tell what you want next. You probably want to, increase damage of your zeal by 15% before you want to, like, increase, like, the amount of damage, that Divine Storm does. So either way, these are the things that you can figure out on your own. What I want to talk about is things that a lot of people don't know, and a lot of us do know this as well. But we got to keep in mind, now you can boost your character to level 100. A lot of people haven't even touched this game before, and then they get a level 100 character. We have to respect the fact that they're trying to play this game. We have to respect the fact that they're not, that great. So for people like this, and even super experienced players, this information will be very useful. Now let's stop talking about this and let's get down to it. We're going to talk about how to move properly with a character. A lot of people will like to use W, A, and D, which is fine under one circumstance. If you are running after someone in PvP while you're clicking your spells, and that is if you are a clicker. Now, when you're trying to chase someone, yeah, you can use A, S, and stuff like that, W, to go after them while you're clicking your spells. However, what if the guy is behind you? You're trying to do this. Look how long it takes for you to turn. He can already be behind you again. While you can just like use the mouse. Bam, bam, bam. So this is the stuff that you actually need to practice on before you even think about, where you're spending your points in. Because if you can't do this kind of stuff, doesn't matter what kind of points you have, it won't help you. Doesn't matter what kind of talents you have, or what kind of spells you have, or what kind of gear you have. You're still going to do bad. Another thing that I really wanted to mention about moving, this is going to be very useful for melees that are fighting other melees, so face-to-face fights, and it's also going to be very useful for long-range range spellcasters that have instant spells such as Fire Mage, or maybe Hunter that has instant shoot and stuff like that. So the thing is, what we want to do is a lot of people what they do is they shoot, and they keep backing up. But when the guy's coming up to you, he's gonna catch up to you. So what the other people do, they turn around, they start running away from the character, and now you can't shoot at him. So now he's still following you. He's probably going to bring you back to him or catch up to you, slow you down, and kill you anyway. The whole point is to keep to keep going. So as a melee, since I'm a melee, let's say I'm attacking this and this target is moving, right, around me. Like, my whole point is that you use a button Q or R, in my case, E. So in my case, the E button is pet attack, so I'm not going to be using that one. But I will show you what the Q does, and E will do it exactly on the opposite side. A lot of us know that Q makes you run sideways. If you press E, it will do exact same thing like that. So either way, the whole point is, if the target is in front of you, you want to press Q, and you want to tap D, let's say. And that way you're non-stop circling around the target while you're hitting it. So now you're making the guy chase after you in order to hit you. And at the same time, you're non-stop facing him, which means you can always hit him, and your chance of dodging, parrying, or blocking is much higher. So you not just that you're not showing your back, but you're also confusing him, making him chase you, and on top of that, you're increasing your chance to dodge, parry, or block. So that is like major thing to do. If you're a hunter, let's say, and you're attacking this target, he's chasing after you. You will position your character this way, hold Q, and you can still shoot at him while you're running at full speed. So you're running 100% speed and you're still shooting at the guy. So these are the type of things that people need to know, like in order to do well in PvP. Like, what spells you use? I mean, you're obviously gonna use, like, if you're a paladin, you're obviously gonna use the spells that you're offered the most, and like certain spells you're gonna be like, okay, this is a waste. Like, obviously, I mean, every spell tells you what it does, right? So it's like you can decide for yourself, how you want to bring your damage around and about, right? But either way, I mean, this is like a general idea of how, like, like what things you guys should be focusing on. Another thing to be focusing on is cooldowns. A lot of people, they get into a fight and they lose like 10% health and they start popping cooldowns like lay on hands or, like all these shields and stuff. The whole point is you want to make your opponent believe that you're going to die. You want him to get you down to like 5% health, and then just as you're about to die, then you pop your cooldown. Whether you're a rogue, you do vanish, or whether you're paladin and you do your bubble and lay on hand or lay on hands or whatever, regardless of what character you are, you want to pop your cooldowns later, so that way you're not wasting them and you surprise your opponent, right? So this was like pretty much my first video. I didn't want to make it too long. I wanted to see if this was of any help to you guys. One more thing I'm going to mention before I leave, before I stop this recording, is that I did play a rogue for most of my time, and I also played druid heal, resto druid, for most of my time in World of Warcraft. Paladin, I did play a few times. I never really had a main paladin character. Now the thing is, a lot of people say, Paladin is somewhere in the middle, it's like not that great, and we're talking specifically PvP. But I really don't know where these people get their information from. I jump, into the battle, and like I come out like, pretty good, like on top for DPS and like, honorable kills and all that kind of stuff. And like, I'm really hard to kill. I do a lot of damage, and I die like maybe once or twice per entire game, in like, if twice. So it's like, I don't know, like every time I get into a fight with another character, it seems like I'm a little bit more overpowered than he is. So yeah, my gear is not even, that great. I'm only 854, as this is my third alt, right? So, but with 854, it is still a decent high level. Like, this paladin is doing amazing. Like, it makes me not even want to play any other class. You just feel like this tank that walks around and just devours people, and like you jump between 3-4 people and you still don't die. So this is a beautiful class. So what I'm gonna do next is for my friends that play paladins, I'm specifically gonna make a video next just on the paladin PvP. I'm gonna do a commentary while I'm PvPing. So hopefully, I'm just gonna see how much you guys like this video and see if I can post that one later on today or tomorrow. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. These were just like simple little tips. So if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, I'm going to be providing a lot more information from now on. So this was just like a little kind of introduction and like simple thing, like just telling you guys, how I feel, and how I feel about this game, what people should know in this game in order to improve. As you know, that's what we need to do. We need to improve in the game by knowing what we're doing, not by knowing where we're spending our points. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and hopefully you guys liked the video. Please comment, questions, anything like that. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. I'm on a vek'nilash server, US. My character's name is OPS. Feel free to add me as a friend. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you very much.